He stepped away when no one expected it. Now whispers grow louder. The stage is set, the clock is ticking, and his return could change everything. Roman Reigns experienced one of the most unusual and quietly revealing seasons of his WWE career, a year that felt different in tone, direction, and expectations compared to the dominant runs fans had grown accustomed to. For nearly a decade, Reigns stood at the center of WWE's creative universe, shaping storylines, main events, and championship scenes with an authority few performers ever achieve. Yet this past season carried a sense of transition, one where his presence remained powerful, but his role subtly shifted in ways that signaled change rather than decline. There is no denying that Roman Reigns continues to be one of the most influential figures in professional wrestling. Inside the ring, his performances still carry weight, emotion, and credibility. Outside the ring, his star power remains unmatched, with audiences reacting to him as a genuine attraction rather than just another roster member. However, compared to the era when he reigned as the undisputed face of WWE, this season marked a step back from absolute dominance. The landscape around him evolved, and with it, the hierarchy of the company. One of the most noticeable changes was the rise of Cody Rhodes as WWE's new symbolic centerpiece. While Roman Reigns once embodied the company's future, Cody has now taken on that mantle, representing resilience, legacy, and redemption in a way that resonates deeply with modern audiences. The transition did not happen abruptly, nor did it diminish Roman's importance overnight. Instead, it unfolded gradually, with Reigns stepping away from the constant spotlight and allowing space for a new leading figure to emerge. Despite a reduced presence, Roman Reigns still delivered standout performances throughout the year. His involvement in WrestleMania 41, particularly in the Night 1 main event, reminded fans exactly why he remains special. Facing two seasoned veterans like CM Punk and Seth Rollins, Reigns showcased his ability to adapt, elevate his opponents, and anchor a high-stakes match on the biggest stage in wrestling. The bout was not just about athleticism, but about storytelling, legacy, and mutual respect among three performers who have shaped WWE across multiple eras. That WrestleMania appearance felt symbolic in many ways. It reflected Roman's current position as a pillar rather than a constant ruler. He was still essential, still capable of headlining major events, but no longer carrying the entire company on his shoulders alone. This shift allowed WWE to refresh its creative direction while preserving Roman's aura as a special attraction rather than an ever-present champion. Throughout the year, Reigns took more breaks from television than fans had seen in previous seasons. These absences were noticeable, especially for a superstar once synonymous with weekly dominance. Yet rather than weakening his status, the time away added a sense of anticipation to each return. When Roman appeared, it felt meaningful, deliberate, and impactful. His reduced schedule suggested a strategic decision rather than a loss of confidence from WWE. Many insiders believe this was a necessary phase for Roman Reigns, both professionally and personally. After years of carrying the company, defending championships, and sustaining emotionally demanding storylines, the toll was inevitable. This season appeared to be about recharging, reassessing priorities, and preparing for what comes next. It was also a period where Roman devoted more attention to projects outside wrestling, further expanding his presence beyond WWE. Interestingly, despite expectations from analysts and fans alike, Roman never came close to reclaiming a world championship during this period. For a performer of his stature, that absence felt unusual. However, the lack of a title pursuit reinforced the idea that this year was less about accolades and more about positioning. Roman Reigns did not need gold to remain relevant. His mere involvement elevated every storyline he touched. The general consensus among wrestling experts is that this season was not a decline, but a reset. Roman Reigns stepped away from the constant pressure of being the company's centerpiece to prepare for a more explosive return. In wrestling, timing is everything, and patience often leads to the most memorable comebacks. WWE appears to be playing the long game with Roman, preserving his mystique while building anticipation for his next major run. As the Royal Rumble draws closer, Speculation surrounding Roman Reigns has intensified. According to leading insiders and betting analysts, 2026 is expected to be a defining year for him. There is a growing belief that Roman will make a decisive push to reclaim his position at the very top of WWE's hierarchy. The Royal Rumble, with its unpredictability and symbolic importance, is seen as the perfect stage for that resurgence. What makes the situation even more intriguing is the location of the upcoming Royal Rumble. The 2026 edition of the iconic event is set to take place in Saudi Arabia, specifically in Riyadh. WWE's partnership with Saudi Arabia has already produced grand spectacles and historic moments, and a Roman Reigns victory on that stage would carry enormous significance. The scale, production, and global attention of the event align perfectly with Roman's larger-than-life presence. Betting experts currently list Roman Reigns as the overwhelming favorite to win the Royal Rumble match. This confidence reflects both his proven track record and WWE's long-term storytelling tendencies. A Royal Rumble victory would instantly position Roman as a top contender for a world championship at WrestleMania, reigniting rivalries and reshaping the company's main event picture. Such a win would also represent a full-circle moment in Roman's career. After a year of restraint, patience, and reflection, returning to the spotlight through one of WWE's most prestigious victories would feel earned rather than forced. It would signal that the transition period is over and that Roman Reigns is ready to reclaim his throne. The idea of Roman Reigns chasing redemption rather than dominance adds a compelling layer to his character. Fans have grown accustomed to seeing him as an unstoppable force, but a motivated challenger with something to prove could unlock a new chapter in his legacy. This evolution keeps his character fresh and ensures that his eventual rise feels meaningful rather than repetitive. As WWE continues to evolve, Roman Reigns remains a cornerstone of its identity. His journey this season demonstrates that true star power is not measured by screen time or championships alone. It is measured by impact, anticipation, and the ability to command attention even in absence. Roman has mastered that balance, turning a quieter year into a setup for something far bigger. With the Royal Rumble approaching and 2026 looming as a pivotal year, all signs point toward a resurgence. Whether Roman Reigns wins the Rumble or uses it as a launching point for another iconic storyline, one thing is certain: the calm before the storm is ending. The tribal chief may have stepped back, but he has not stepped aside. His next move could redefine WWE once again.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.